be leading our meeting today. So,
good morning, everyone. Let's see.
Good morning.
Hope you guys. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, David. Thank you,
Good
everyone,
morning.
for joining. It's good to see everyone. We have a couple, and I'm sure some will struggle in a little bit later. I hope you guys didn't mind my old man music there, as my kids like to call it. But I'd like to welcome all of you to our April meeting. We have a great program here set up for you guys today. Really glad to see all of you. Just a reminder, as we all work together to create this great work and community environment, that really we're not a great collaborative without you guys. So we appreciate your time in coming here with us today. As I come to the end of my 2 months here, I just want to take a moment to give a great shout out to everyone that's made my my new employment here a great success so far because of you. And a warm welcome that all of you have given me. I really appreciate that. You guys have been phenomenal partners. I want to give a special shout out to all our staff at the Chula Vista Community Collaborative, all our people that are at the Family Resource Centers, who have also done a great job of just bringing me along and teaching me a lot of great stuff. Just a reminder, our centers are open. They have been open. Our staff have been there. And I invite you guys to come and visit and see the amazing work that they do. So if you ever want to get out and come visit one of our sites, I really encourage you to come out. You don't have to set up an appointment, but it is encouraged. If you have any doubts or any needs for any of your clients or someone that you might know that might need some services, please connect them to us. That's what we're here for. And we're here to answer questions and help the community. And today, I also want to give a shout out to all of you as well. All the great work that you have done before, during, and now as we're coming to the end of pandemic, so after the pandemic. So I want to do a little exercise with everyone. If everyone can put their hands out in front of you, I can see your screens on, so I can see if you're doing it or not. Just one hand, your favorite hand. Reach back as far as you can and give yourself a pat in the back, because all of you have done a great job really being stewards and leadership of this community beyond Chula Vista. So thank you so much. Give yourself a round of applause and pat on the back. Don't forget to do that for yourself every once in a while. You guys have done a great job. You've been present, not just coming to work, but being present mentally and being present with your mission and your cause. So don't forget to take a moment and give yourself in the pat in the back every once in a while. Again, we have a great program for you guys today. David, maybe can you share the PowerPoint, please? David is kind of like the man on the turntables. He's our VJ, our video jockey. So let's give him a round of applause, because actually without him, he's our IT guy basically. So he's a jack of all trades. All right, as David shares our PowerPoint, we have a lot of.
Right. I think you're over there sharing your screen at the moment. Would you like me to take over?
Yes, please. Let me unshare. Perfect. Today we have some great presenters for you guys. We have the Federal Communications Commission. We have SBCS, formerly known as South Bay Community Services. And we have the City of Chula Vista. They're going to have some great presentations for you guys. But before we head into our presentations, I'd like to hand over the mic to, again, our VJ, David Garcia, with a couple of announcements.
Sure thing. Thanks, Omar. Again, thank you all again for being here today. We do have some partnership announcements, so all of you know that we do work closely together with the County of San Diego, CVSD, Sweetwater Union High School, South Bay Community Services, and the City of Chula Vista. Again, we are very Chula Vista oriented. But just some quick updates for everybody, things that are on our radar, and we definitely want to share with everybody. First of all is the County of San Diego. Next month, they are going to be starting to look at, or more, importantly, be able to provide Medi-Cal for all seniors. That's anybody 50 up and older, regardless of if they can prove that they have documents. We're gonna talk. We're gonna give you a little bit more information on the next slide, but I just wanted to make sure that everybody is aware that there are very important updates coming to Medi-Cal. Again, CVSD is having a parent workshop, Hurt, Healing, and Hope, over the spring. So we'll make sure to share that with you. If you can invite any parents or yourself to, be an advocate there. This one with Sweetwater, we've been talking about it a little bit. It's our Parents Hypnosium. Again, all of us really work with families, so we really want to make sure that everybody is aware that this is happening, and we'd love for all of you to participate in it. Just a little recap with South Bay Community Services. Last year, as many of you know, we participated in Operation Artemis, which is the effort to help all those undocumented minors that came in the previous years. So we do want to give a shout out to South Bay. They're sharing a little bit more of the details of all the stuff they did. So be sure to look out for that video from South Bay. And lastly, the city of Chula Vista, they do have an application called ACT, Alert, Connect, Track. You can go ahead and scan that QR code there, and it'll take you to the app. But this is an app through the city where anybody can report things like graffiti, potholes, trash, if someone is left over a car for a really long time. So it's a way to really bring the attention and resources into your community, and really want to advocate for everybody to be aware of this application. And then you can also let your clients and families know that, if the city needs to come or provide a little bit more attention to their neighborhood, they could always go through the app. It is anonymous, so you can always protect your information there. Those are our partnership announcements. And I'm just going to get into, yes, Omar?
I think, yeah, you put something on there. You forgot to highlight for that app. David made it a little bit easier for everyone if we create a QR code so you can go directly to the site. So you're going to take your phone, you can take a picture of that or put your camera option from your phone up to that QR code, and it will take you directly to that app. So as you drive around from your lunch, you see something that needs addressing, you can go ahead and do that from your phone. Thanks, David.
Yes, that's what we hope everybody does. So just a little quick update here on Medi-Cal, just because we're so focused on making sure there's healthcare in our community. But one thing that happened last year was SB 75, which is Medi-Cal for all children. So regardless of like immigration status, all children under 19 years old are eligible for full scope Medi-Cal. Income levels do still apply. So if you haven't been aware of that, that's something we're really advocating for people to know. And the other one, we kind of has the same structure as AB 133, which is the Medi-Cal expansion for undocumented adults. It's again, people have access to full scope Medi-Cal regardless of their immigration status. Income levels do still apply. The county is working on getting a little bit more of the details on what that means and how it pertains. So once we get more information from the county, we'll make sure to share it out with our FRCs and all of our partners as well. So again, just a little bit of an update. All of us really work closely with Medi-Cal, so we just want to make sure that people are aware of some of the things that are happening. But with that, I'll hand it over to Omar, because I do see our guests today for presentations on our video. Thanks, Omar.
All right, yeah, so we have our first presenter today. Thank you, David, again, for all that great information and announcements. And again, if any of the partners have any information that you'd like for us to distribute out that you think would be really beneficial to our community members and even outside of our network, please send that over to us. We'd be more than happy to share that out. So we have our first presenter today. It's the Federal Communications Commission Affordable Connectivity Program. And David, you said they were ready to go on the queue. Perhaps they...
That's me.
I see Mr. Anthony.
There he
Mr.
is.
Anthony?
Hey, Mr. Anthony, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Good morning to you all over there. It's afternoon here. Again, my name is Anthony Butler. I'm a consumer education and outreach specialist in the Consumer Affairs and Outreach Division of the Consumer and Governmental Affairs Bureau here at the FCC. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the Affordable Connectivity Program, or ACP as we refer to it. Our presentation will provide you with a brief overview of the Affordable Connectivity Program, descriptions and designs, what is the benefit, who is eligible, and how households can apply. And we'll also discuss a few of the consumer protections built into the program. The Affordable Connectivity Program is an FCC benefit program that provides a discount on monthly broadband bills for qualifying low-income households. Eligible households can receive up to $30 a month discount for broadband services and associated equipment rentals, and up to $75 a month discount on tribal lands, and a one-time discount of $100 for a laptop, desktop, or tablet purchased through a participating provider. A household is eligible if a member of the household meets at least one of the following criteria. Someone in the household has an income that is at or below 200% of the federal poverty guidelines. They participate in certain subsistence programs, such as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Programs, better known as SNAP, Medicaid, Federal Public Housing Assistance, Social Security Income, or SSI, Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infant, and Children, better known as WIC or Lifeline. Participates in tribal-specific programs such as Bureau of Indian Affairs General Assistance, Tribal Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, or food distribution programs on Indian Reservation. If someone in the household receives a Pell Grant, or someone is approved to receive benefits under the free and reduced price school lunch program or school breakfast program, or meets the eligibility of a participating provider's low-income program. If a household meets any of these criteria, they can proceed to enroll in the program. Only one monthly service discount and one connected device discount is allowed per household. A household is a group of people who live together and share money even if they are not related to each other. If you live together and share money, you are one household. You may have to answer questions about your household when you apply for the ACP. Enrollment is a two-step process. First, the consumer must go to the acpbenefit.org website to apply online or print out and mail in an application. Second, contact your preferred participating provider to select a plan and have the discount applied to your bill. Some providers may have an alternative application that they will ask you to complete. The Affordable Connectivity Program also includes notable consumer protection initiatives such as empowering consumers to choose the service plan that best meets their needs, including the plan they may already be on. Ensuring consumers have access to supported broadband services regardless of their credit status. So better yet, that they can't deny you for the ACP program if you're behind on your bill or if you don't have good credit. Prohibiting providers from excluding consumers with past due balances or prior debt from enrolling in the program. Preventing consumers from being forced into more expensive and lower quality plans in order to receive the ACP benefit. Reducing the potential for bill shock or other financial harms. Allowing ACP recipients to switch providers or broadband service offerings, and providing a dedicated FCC process for ACP complaints. Okay. For consumers currently enrolled in the Emergency Broadband Program and are eligible in the Affordable Connectivity Program under the updated program eligibility requirement. They are automatically enrolled in ACP program after March 1st. But the emergency broadband benefit, that program is completely done now. It's completely switched over to the ACP program. The Affordable Connectivity Program is the largest ever broadband affordability program in the U.S. Broadband connectivity is vital for work, school, healthcare, and more. But affordable broadband remains out of reach for too many, with one estimated showing almost 1 out of 3 internet users were worried about paying their internet bills during the pandemic. The broadband affordability gap keeps 47 million Americans offline. It's present in every state and disproportionately impacts low-income Black and Latino Americans. The FCC is mobilizing people and organizations to help share important consumer information about the new Affordable Connectivity Program. If you know any individual or organization who may be interested in becoming an outreach partner, you can request a speaker by emailing a request to acpspeakers@fcc.gov. Or if you want to become a partner and partner with the FCC in spreading the word, you can email outreach@fcc.gov. For more information on ACP, check out the following websites. The best website to go to is our www.fcc.gov/ACP. You'll find all types of toolkits, tip cards, and information on there that'll tell you all about ACP. And if you run into any issues filling out the application, or if you have questions, you want to call the ACP Support Center at 877-384-2575. I'll send David email with some additional internet links for you to go to if you have questions or if you just need more materials. If you go to our website, www.fcc.gov/ACP, we have a few consumer guides and tip cards. If you would like copies of those consumer guides or tip cards, you can just send me an email letting me know how many copies of each you want, and then what language you want it in. When you go on there, it should tell you what languages they're available in too. So I don't have any questions.
Thank you so much, Mr. Butler. I think that's great information. I think some people might generate some question as those come in. Just want to let everybody know I dropped the website in the chat if you're interested. Also the email address where you can email if you want to become a partner, and also the phone number that Mr. Butler shared. See, can you guys see what I think I'm sharing the website? Is that, David, can you confirm I am or not?
Yes, that's the website.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so
Yes.
it has a lot of great resources. It looks like it has a lot of great information, video, and then it has how to be a partner, so you can directly on there log on. Let's see,
Yes,
any
and
questions?
And Omar, I know since last year, Mr. Butler, thank you so much. And last year, this program actually, I think he mentioned this. It started as a more of a pilot program under COVID, and that's one of the things we really shared out with all of our partners here. It's so important since we're so closely linked with our schools. We want to make sure that those households have internet access and that they're not being overburdened with that. Like Mr. Butler was saying, if there's any type of, the companies are trying to, put them in different plans or things like that, like he had mentioned, or if they're trying to use other things to remove them from service, there is a lot of protections in place because of this program. And it's going to be so important moving forward because as we're more reliant on technology and internet access, we're really hoping that this continues. And as we were mentioning, those public programs such as Medi-Cal. So you can see there, SNAP, Medicaid, both are CalFresh and Medi-Cal. So all of the clients that we work with who are under Medi-Cal are able to apply to this program automatically. So, really appreciate Mr. Butler being here with us today. Again, if you want to get more information about sharing this resource out, we do advocate you reach out to the website and you're able to get more information, especially if you want to relay this to parents, to family groups, even in classes. We do have like workshops and things. We really hope that this message spreads out and people are able to take advantage of the connectivity program. Mr. Butler?
Yes, let me just say a few more things. When you're applying for the program, if you already have a broadband service provider and you're applying for ACP, just make sure you're putting the same information on your ACP application as you have on your broadband provider. So you may want to get a look at your bill, see how your name is, how your address is written, because any little mistake can cause your application to get rejected. So if you put, like you use the tic-tac-toe box and then your apartment number, but if you just say apartment 3, those two variations can cause your application to be rejected. If you use a hyphen in your name on your application, but you didn't use a hyphen in your name on your broadband, from your provider, that can cause it to get rejected. So you want to make sure that the same information you have with your provider is what you're putting on the ACP application. And if you don't have a provider and you did your ACP application first, you want to make sure whatever information you put on your ACP application is the same information that you're providing to your provider. Also, you definitely need to have an email address. So that's how they're going to communicate with you, is through an email address. I know a lot of you probably deal with a lot of seniors, so if they don't have email addresses, tell them, if they have a child, who they can use their child's email address or someone they trust, so they can get, their confirmation, their yes or no confirmation from the program. That they're definitely going to need an email address to be contacted. And if you have any more questions, later on, please feel free to email me. I'll include my email address in the chat.
I don't think I see any questions in the chat right now. So that means you did a great job, Mr. Butler. Address those things. I think it sounds like a great opportunity. David, thank you for sharing the history of how this program has now grown into its current state. I think it's very important. And the attention to details, I think that's where a lot of, when we all work with people, a lot of the frustration is when they get rejected, they don't know why. But thank you for highlighting that, because sometimes we're chasing down something and it's as simple as it's not matching exactly as the bill.
And the bad part is they don't tell you what's not matching.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Very important details. So as as we all work with clients, something to keep in mind as well.
All right, you all have a great day.
Thank you so much. Have a great day out. Is it out in the East Coast?
Yes.
All right. Enjoy the East Coast. Thank you so much, Mr. Butler.
Bye.
Okay, we're going to be shifting gears and transitioning over to our next presenter. We have SBCS that's going to present on the CAT team, not to be confused with the CAT play. It's a community assessment team, and they've been great partners and done a great job. Big fan of a lot of the work, all the work they do. And I think our presenter today is Aida Aleman Guevara. David, is she on the chat right now and ready to go?
Yes,
I'm
yes,
here.
I see her. And I do want to just add on a little history here, because SBCS and CAT, Community Assessment Team. Just a reminder, please make sure to mute your mic. But they have been within the FRCs for as long as I've been with ChulaVistaCC. And they are one of their most concrete partners, you could say, as we get, students from the district.
I saw some extra holidays on Headstart
that have.
that I didn't see from.
I think someone's still Miss Michelle.
So we're open.
I think
so
you're.
For all the offices are closed.
Let me go ahead and,
let me see. We can.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah,
But
we got.
again, just a little history, right? They've been long-term partners with ChulaVistaCC. They work with students within the districts, and we really wanted to highlight not just their program, but also their long-term partnership with ChulaVistaCC. And again, I don't want to spoil any of the details, but I do want to give a shout out to Miss Aida and Miss Erica. If you know, I know maybe she's not here, but they have been within our FRCs during COVID even. So we really hope that as as we enter our new endemic stages, we can continue to foster that partnership with them. But with that, thank you for being here, Miss Aida, and we'll hand it off to you.
Thank you so much, David. That was so sweet. I appreciate those words, kind words. Thank you, Omar. And thank you, everyone. Good morning. I was wondering, can you please share our flyer when you get a chance? Um, we now have a new contract, so we're still working on our slides, but we have a new flyer. We have a brochure. So that's the new flyer we have. So again, good morning. My name is Aida Aleman. I work for SBCS, formerly known as South Bay Community Services. Actually, Erica Cooper, my supervisor, is not here, but Michelle Vasquez is here, and she's going to support me with the presentation. I will be providing an overview of the CAP program. The CAP program stands for Community Assessment Team. If you have any questions after we present, or if you want to talk about a specific case, maybe we can do it after, because I know we're going to share a lot of information. So if you guys have specific questions, we can talk about it later. I already added my phone number and my email in the chat. So Aida Aleman, look for it. So please feel free to connect with me after the presentation. Let's see here. So we're here to present the community assessment team. The CAP program provides prevention services for school-age youth, ages 6 to 18, who show signs of risk for entering the juvenile justice system. The program is completely free, so it's not insurance is not an issue. If they have insurance, if they do not have insurance, the program, it's a county-wide program and it's free to the families, okay? The services are provided for 90 days, so it's a short-term program. Right now, under the new contract, we do not service San Isidro, but we are taking Barrio Logan. So we provide services to families in Bonita, Chula Vista, National City, Imperial Beach, and we have a new partner. Casa Familiar is providing services for the San Isidro area, and we're taking Barrio Logan. Most of the referrals, like David was saying, I get the referral. I will be the point of contact, by the way, for CAT referrals with South Bay, with SBCS. We get the referrals from the family resource centers, from the police department, CWS, and just parents, seeking services. They call me, they call the agency, and I get emails and calls, right? And the referrals too. So we're going to share a link. We now have a link too for referrals. In the CAP program, we have intake specialists. I'm one of them. I should be the point of contact. We also have Michelle Vasquez. She's at the Montgomery Middle, and Pam Mesa. She's not here today, but she's actually stationed at Mar Vista Academy. Let's see here. So the CAP, we have intake specialists, we have case managers, we have therapists, and we also have a parent support group. We have Georgina Guerrero. I think a lot of people know her already. She's been with South Bay for a long time, and she is the one that facilitates the parent support group. Okay, so let's jump into what CAT offers. CAT offers case management, therapy. We have support groups, mainly for teens. So the teen support groups, we currently have the anger management, girls group, boys group, and for kids who are struggling with substance use, we have the seeking safety. So if you want to refer a kid to a group, you still have to send a referral for that. So, in our program, the client will be the youth. We're going to create a service plan for them. And then based on whatever they want to do, if they want to participate in individual therapy, case management, or the group. So they have choices with us. And the parents, of course, the parent support group. Now let's talk about, I know I'm gonna do it really quick. If you guys have questions, please let me know. I just want to cover as much as I can right now. So who's a good candidate? Who meets criteria for a program? Let's remember, like I mentioned before, the program, it's only good for 90 days. This is a short-term prevention program. So when you think about the CAP program,
this thing was at 9.
think about
This meeting was at 9, not
someone,
9:30.
for example, I'm sorry. For example, kids who are struggling with substance use. Vaping is big right now. So vaping, drinking, kids who run away, kids who are not doing good in school, not attending school, their grades are dropping, kids who are being bullied, kids who struggle with self-esteem, schools who report kids who are out of control in school, at home, anger issues, family issues, kids who are struggling with parents' divorce, new family members, families in transition, so families who are homeless, living in their cars that can benefit from additional services. So the goal of the CAP program is to keep youth in school and to prevent future involvement with the system. We have our referral form is pretty short. We need basic information, get consent from the parents. Once you submit the referral to me, I will connect with the family right away, screen to see if they're appropriate for that program. If not, I always provide families with resources, or if I can link them to other programs within South Bay. We have for example, we have the children's mental health program. If the family has Medi-Cal and the kid has higher needs, then I would be happy to, link the family to that program. South Bay has a lot of programs, so we can make internal referrals. And we also work with other providers in the area, Nueva Vista, Youth Enhancement. So, just feel free to consult with me or send me an email, call me. I'm always available. And I think I did cover a lot. I'm gonna have Michelle help me with the new partners that we have and to talk about more of the criteria. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Very happy to be here today. Again, my name is Michelle Vasquez. I am at the Montgomery Community Resource Center, and I'm an intake specialist. So today I'm just briefly going to touch on who does not meet criteria for our program. And I know I'm going to repeat a couple of things that Aida probably already mentioned, but I think it's very important to highlight these points. We know and we always understand that each family is different and it has different needs. So please, if you're not sure, just give Aida a call and she'll be happy to kind of go over the situation and then help you decide if your client is a good fit for CAT. Again, as Aida mentioned, this program is for youth. We provide the case management for the youth, not for the parents. We do have resources for the adults as well, but again, this is focused on youth. Who qualifies? Well, before I go into that, if you move the flyer a little bit further down, you'll see the partners, and I don't want to go too much into this, but it's important for us as this year we have a new contract. We're happy that to participate with different partners and providers. The CAT program is available throughout the county, so that is amazing. Again, you can always have Aida as your point of reference if you're not sure, but know that you can direct your referrals directly to these other agencies listed, like we have the Logan Heights Community Developer Corporation for Central Region. We have San Diego Youth Services for East and Central, the North County Lifeline for North Coastal and North Island, Compact in North Island, and Casa Familiar in San Isidro. So this it depends on the zip codes where the student resides. Sometimes, well, on my experience, sometimes it happens that for some reason, or at least it happened a lot during the pandemic, where families were kind of like moving around or living with family members, but they still attended the Sweetwater School District, for example. So they were temporary, maybe living with grandma up in like north or maybe like in Spring Valley. So in that case, we asked like, what will be the most convenient for the family? Should they be referred to that other agency, or if the family spends most of the day in the South Bay, well, then SBCS will be ideal. Again, every family is going through different situations. You don't have to worry about that. Just give us a call and we'll be able to redirect the referral where it belongs. Again, who doesn't qualify or for our CAT program? First of all, first and most important, I know that the CAT program, it's a very amazing program that we have available, but one thing is that the student or the kid has to be willing to participate. And this is something that happens a lot when we get referrals from like the parents desperately seeking support for the kid, or some school counselors or like other family members seeking for support. But we do have to have the kid on board in order to provide services. Another thing is that this is a temporary program. This is not ongoing mental health program. So if we have high risk cases, we want to make sure that we direct those cases to the correct program. Mental health support services will be better than CAT, because CAT focuses on case management, goals, and behavioral. If we have someone what we consider high risk, like high depression, anxiety, someone having panic attacks, someone who has been taken to the hospital or the emergency screening unit within the last couple of days, that will not be a good fit for our CAT program. We will be happy to redirect that family to a clinic or another program that focuses more on like high risk mental health. Why? Because we do, even though we have the mental health component, like for example, support groups, we want to make sure that this kid is obviously receiving the ideal mental health support that it needs at the moment. Right now, the CAT program has a wait list. We don't want this kid sitting on our wait list. Currently, we have approximately 10 weeks of wait before a case manager gets assigned to the student. So if you have a high risk case, we want to make sure that that client receives immediate assistance. Another factor that will not make this an ideal candidate will be if the student is already on probation. If they already have a probation officer, know that CAT will not be a program for them. We do within our agency have other programs available. I'm not going to go into them right now because we want to focus on CAT. But if the kid is already on probation, they're probably already receiving other supports. What else? Let me see. Okay, and also we do have the group supports within the program. The good thing about those, like I think Aida can mention a little bit more about this, but the good thing about this is once the 90 days come to an end and most of our goals have been met and we provided the tools that the family needed, we will close the case, but the support groups will be like an ongoing tool for the students. If they want to keep attending those group supports, they can continue as long as they want, even though the program will come to an end and the case management portion will not be available anymore, the support groups will still be available. So that's always good, because even if a kid is, let's say that they're attending a Vista family clinic, receiving mental health, or SBCS mental mental health support for children, or if they're getting any other type of mental health support, these kids can still benefit from the case management portion, and they can still attend our support groups. So again, we do want to have that conversation with you that are the referring party, so that we can really brainstorm on how we can support your family if you feel that CAT could be a good tool for them. And for that, you can always contact Aida. Aida, sorry, I'm going to go back to you in case you want to mention something before we wrap up. Thank you.
No, thank you, Michelle. Well, thank you so much, guys. I know you guys have a lot of questions, a lot of families that you want to refer to me, and I'm excited to hear that. But I did not send my referral form, but I can send it to you, David, and maybe you can send it out to everyone. If not, you guys can reach out to me. I already added my information one more time in the chat. So we're here to support all the families in the South Bay. Feel free to reach out to me. Like Michelle was saying, the only thing that we cannot do is duplicate services too. So if the youth is already receiving therapy with, let's say, Youth Enhancement, Nueva Vista, just another mental health program, we wouldn't be able to provide individual therapy. But you know, if it's a teen and wants to be in a group, we can definitely place them on our wait list, and they can join a group. The groups are once a week for about an hour. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I don't know if someone has a question right now. I don't know how we're doing with the time. David, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're got plenty of time. Don't worry. I think this is one of our most important programs here in the South Bay. So
No,
I do see some questions here in the chat, but if you do have a question, you can always just raise your hand via Teams, and we'll make sure to respond to you. But you know, open floor. If people have questions, we do have some time for you.
Hey, David, do we have some questions? I'll read them out for Aida and Michelle.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Michelle and Aida, thank you again. Great job. Here's some of the questions that came up. I think one of you responded, you dropped your information on the chat. Somebody had a question about your station or your office in Barrio Logan, or if you're partnering with an agency in Barrio Logan.
So we are now, we are taking Barrio Logan. So any families residing in zip code 92113 can be referred to me.
Do you have an office in Barrio Logan, or is this just?
No, okay. I'm actually stationed at, on 4th and F Street across from the Chula Vista department.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
And
not today though. I'm actually working from home, but my office is right there. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So if the child is willing to participate, does the support group, will the support group attend or go to the school that they're attending?
Okay, so before COVID, the groups were in person at the Ken Lee at the main office. I mean, you know, the agency right there on 4th and F Street. But because of COVID, we are doing Zoom. But I think pretty soon we're going to go back to in person. So these are closed groups, no more than 10 kids in each group. So hopefully, I think we're going back to the normal, you know, in person once a week.
Perfect. I think those are all the questions. Again, for everyone, Aida did share her information. It is in the chat, her email address and her contact phone number as well.
So just a little summary here, Omar. So just so everybody is aware, right? So the community assessment team is funded through the county, and they contract out to different partners. It's the one that she was mentioning, right? So it is a public program, like she mentioned. If people have Medi-Cal, for example, I think a lot of us work with, you know, the population, right? But this one has a little bit more, it's more focused on the youth, like Aida was mentioning. And, you know, we really want to reiterate that a lot of our services and our partners are really focused on that family unit, right? So Aida, thank you so much for sharing that. And I know that even with us, right, there's been a wait list for a lot of the youth. So we do appreciate, one, coming out here and sharing with us. But to our partners, we really want to make sure that you're aware of those requirements, right? That way, we're able to more strategically use our partnership there. And that's why, we bring in a broad coalition of partners. For example, Episcopal Services works more with like the early education. We work with a big, broad population that constitutes the whole school district plus the city, right? But we do have those partners and those niches and partners, and Aida, if you do have people that need that extra support or are able to, or need something more specific, right? You could always reach us to us and Omar specifically, because we're that umbrella, right? We're able to communicate with everybody here pretty fast. So again, make sure to review those requirements, because we do appreciate people that make sure that it's targeted and that we're able to use their time efficiently. So if you do have more questions about criteria or the program itself, you could always reach out to me as well. I know a little bit more about it, but I know Aida, she has a lot of work. I know our service coordinators still continue to send you referrals. But thank you again, and we do appreciate you being in the FRCs and here in the city, of course. I do see a question from Ms. Miramontes.
Okay, I muted myself. Yes, I'm a little confused about, I was the one asking for the partnership in Barrio Logan, since this is one of my areas. The flyer includes Imperial Avenue address, so is that not part of the one of the offices where you be at, Michelle? Okay.
No, so maybe let me go back. So the CAP program, it's a San Diego County, program, right? So we have different partners and we service different regions. So we South Bay Community Services serves the South region, but because we have a new program, we're now taking under the new program, we're taking Barrio Logan, just zip code 92113, and Casa Familiar is now taking San Isidro. So in the past, December 2021, we were taking referrals from San Isidro, but now Casa Familiar is gonna take care of all the families in San Isidro, and we're gonna help Barrio Logan. So if you have a family in need of CAT services in Barrio Logan, just complete the referral form, send it to me. I'll connect with the family, screen to see if they're appropriate for us. And then the case manager is gonna call them, set up the first intake, and then, that's when everything starts. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Ms. Aida. And if there are any remaining questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We're definitely going to include all your materials to our partner mailing list. I know we're going to transition on to our new our next presentation. But Omar, prior to that, I did want to bring up this opportunity that actually he's been working on a little bit, and it does have to deal with transportation. I know Ms. Galvez, I see you there, and we're going to focus a little bit on that transportation here in Chula Vista. But I did want to bridge the gap here because we've been talking about youth and we've been talking about support services for youth. And Omar, actually, would you like to talk a little bit more about this since you're on our SANDAG representative here? Do you want to talk a little bit more about transportation and the youth?
Yeah, we can highlight, this is a great opportunity to highlight our youth coming up, especially since we're looking at summer jobs coming up. And I know we, Councilmember Joe Galvez, I think she might be on a time restraint. I see her waving at us. So why don't we do this after she presents? My apologies, Councilmember Galvez. So let's go ahead and have her go through a presentation. We know that our council members are very busy keeping things aligned in our city. And thank you so much for being here. As probably all of you know, Councilmember Joe Galvez represents District 2, which is the northwest Chula Vista portion of our great city. She's done a lot of great things. I'll keep short the introduction, but I want to highlight some of the things she's involved with or has been involved with. She's been involved with the Chula Vista Heritage Museum, San Diego Junior Theaters in Chula Vista, the Crossroads too, the Chula Vista Downtown Business Association Design Review Board, and I'm sure so many other wonderful things. But today we have her here to present about our senior shuttle. So Councilmember Joe Galvez, thank you so much for joining us. We pass the microphone to you and we look forward to hearing about this great initiative.
Thank you very much, Omar, and thank you very much, David, and all of you on the call today. Am I able to share my screen? Let me see if I can.
Absolutely.
Do it. And let's go screen broadcast. Here we go. All right. Are you seeing my screen at all? Let's
we
see.
Are seeing
my screen. So I'm going to go. Can you see this?
Yes.
Here we go. Okay. Thank you for your time, everyone, this morning. Here we go. Today, I'm pleased to present the Chula Vista Community Shuttle, a partnership with a company named Circuit that you might be familiar with downtown. And please pardon my chickens in the background. They're doing their egg songs. Okay, so when I became a council member, was elected in 2018, during my outreach the year prior, I really learned a lot about the transportation problems in Northwest Chula Vista. I live in Northwest Chula Vista, but speaking with residents and hearing of all of the ways transportation affects their lives, it alarmed me. We have limited parking near trolley stops, near the Norman Park Senior Center, limited parking at the library and 3rd Avenue. You're probably aware we're doing a whole lot of infill development in Northwest Chula Vista, and the state allows for high density projects with very, very limited parking. So we also have a problem with increased senior isolation and depression because seniors rely on their families to transport them across town to doctor's appointments and so forth. It was particularly exacerbated with the COVID pandemic, and now that we're returning to life as normal after COVID, a lot of the seniors who had been relying upon their family members for transportation find that their family members are now back to work in person. The grandchildren are at school and have needs to go to classes and sports and all different kinds of things. And so grandparents are left isolated. And of course, the inflating cost of gas hasn't helped. And few people take the bus or understand how to use that. So I began working on this project 3 years ago as a brand new council member, actually before I was sworn in. I looked at what they had in downtown San Diego, which is free door-to-door electric services in the downtown district. It's paid for by parking funds in downtown San Diego. And I thought, gee, that would be tremendous to have here in Northwest Chula Vista. So I started fundraising, and we're getting it. Beginning in May 9th, that's our target start date. We will be getting free door-to-door electric shuttle rides for all seniors 55 and older. And this is kind of what it looks like. There's an app on your phone that you download, and we are getting shuttle vehicles. You can see what they kind of look like on the right of your screen. We're getting 6 electric shuttle vehicles, and they're free to ride with a companion of any age. And pets are welcome. And the service operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And you can download the app at ridecircuit.com. You do not need to be a Chula Vista resident to use the service. All you need to do is stand in the service area. You could be at a trolley stop. You could be visiting Chula Vista and happen to have the app on your phone and call a shuttle service. And as long as you're 55 or older, it will, the service will pick you up and take you where you need to go. So it's a great solution to solve many problems. We're addressing senior isolation. You don't require parking. traffic and vehicle emissions are eliminated. We are helping local businesses and programs thrive in Northwest Chula Vista. Some of our local restaurants are creating seniors only specials, and they're really going to utilize the service to try to create programs during maybe not so busy times during their regular day. And I'm really happy that we're going to be saving family and friends of our seniors time, and also their rush to commute across the city to pick up their loved ones will hopefully help address some of our growing traffic concerns. So we're also ending senior dependency on cars, the DMV, and gasoline. It's a 3-year pilot program. We received $1 million in a grant from the Clean Mobility Options from the state and a matching $1 million from the Community Congregational Development Corp, the church that sold the very tall senior center, the Community Congregational Tower at 3rd and F. And here, this is what it looks like. We're getting 5 electric sedans. They are Kias. They'll kind of look like this, but they'll start to be wrapped in advertising, and they'll have the Chula Vista Community Shuttle brand on them. They operate in a 3-mile radius in Northwest Chula Vista. They will be regular drivers and employees, and we're hoping that these folks speak Spanish. And I'll ask for a call to action at the end of this to help us get these folks hired. We're getting 1 ADA van, an electric van with a real wheelchair ramp and other seating. So this van of the 6 shuttles will pick up folks with walkers or in wheelchairs. There's a ramp that extends down, and wheelchairs will be locked in place, and then companions can sit in the seats in the front of the shuttle vehicle. So the circuit, this is what the circuit app looks like when you download it on your phone. You can see me in the right-hand corner. That's where I live, right at the edge of the service area. That's a coincidence, by the way, because the county is on the other side of me. But when you're in the service area, you'll see a blue dot. If you allow the service to locate you, that's pretty much the only way you can use it. Where it says coming soon at the bottom on your smartphone or app, you would press a button that says call a ride, and you have to be near a road or a street. And Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., one of 6 vehicles will ride to you within 3 to 5 minutes. You see Scripps Mercy Hospitals there, Sprouts Farmers Market. We've got multiple shopping facilities, pharmacies, the Chula Vista Library, City Hall, our beautiful downtown 3rd Avenue, the entire Bayfront. So you can take the shuttle and have it drop you off at J Street, walk the entire length of the Bayfront up to the new Sun Communities RV Resort, and have the service pick you up and take you back home. So help us succeed. I'd like your help today, if you could, in downloading the Ride Circuit app and signing up to use it. It's free to use. Get it on your phone, play around with it, and then help others do the same. And so this is how the Ride Circuit app looks on your smartphone. Please go to your app store or to Google Play. Download the app. Your email becomes your user ID. When you enter your cell phone, the service will text you a PIN to verify, and you enter the 4-digit PIN, and that's the last time you'll need that PIN. If your birthday is 1967 or before today, that's your ticket. You're basically 55 or older, and you can use the service for free. Your gender will help the driver identify you, and maybe you could wave if you're on a street corner or on the street. And please use the zip code 91910. You don't have to, but Circuit is in 31 cities across the country, and so that will really help them target which service you'd like to open. And create a password. An easy idea is Ride Circuit. That's what I've been using when I help seniors install this, just so that if they forget their password in the future, I'll suggest that they try that. The service will remember you, so if you don't log out, it'll keep you logged on permanently. And allow the Ride Circuit app to verify your location when you're using the app. So also, please help us spread the word. Tell family, friends, coworkers, and seniors. You can help seniors install and call the community shuttle. It's free and easy to call rides for others. If you're at a library, if you're at if you've got an intake, or you're San Ysidro Healthcare, you're a bit business, you're just on the street. You can call a shuttle for seniors as long as you're 55 or older, or your app thinks you're 55 or older. You can hail a cab, basically hail the service. It'll come pick up the senior that you're with, and you just help them get into the vehicle, and they can take it from there and tell the driver where they need to go. So it's free and easy to call rides for others. This is an Uber. You won't be charged for the service, and you'll see how happy this makes people. And also, we need to help recruit ride circuit ambassadors. There's a job posting already on the ride circuit website, and you can see if you click on the screen, there's a Chula Vista location. So click on that and apply for that job. It's they're going to be, I think they're paying $16 an hour, and they're hiring a lot of drivers. So please help get the word out. Our circuit ambassadors will pretty much only be working in Northwest Chula Vista, and so they'll get to know a lot of our residents and really integrate in our community. Future goals: we'd like to expand the service area. Of course, everyone's asking to round out the L Street North segment of the service. Right now, the service goes from L Street North to the 54, and then everything west of the 805, with the exception of 3 neighborhoods: Country Club, Hilltop High, and Hilltop Middle. And so we're trying to expand the service area to include everything north of L Street and west of the 805. Of course, Southwest Chula Vista wants this. Throughout Chula Vista, folks are wanting this, and I anticipate that throughout San Diego, as folks see how successful this program is, they want it as well. We'd like to do Saturday and Sunday services for church and shopping and family events, of course, and community events. We'd like to do memory care days, and we need volunteer ambassadors to help us get that together, where we have folks actually sitting in cars and helping coordinate community members who live in their homes that might have memory issues, to let their children, adult children, or relatives or friends know that you've picked someone up with a circuit driver, and you've dropped them off at the hair salon or JCPenney's to shop or wherever they're going, and that you get them safely home. So we really are looking for volunteer ambassadors in the future. We are trying to do special events for seniors to get them to use the service. And my future goal is to allow all ages, especially school children, to be able to use these apps to take them to school. It only makes sense to ride share and do this on demand. And most of our school kids now have smartphones. We're also looking into getting bike racks on the back of some of these vehicles so that folks can take the service to the bay or to another exercise area and bike. And of course, extended hours of operation is something we're looking forward to do. The service does have stop at both. It'll take you both to the E Street and 8th Street trolley. So our visitors that come in from somewhere else can download the app. And if they're 55 or older, call a ride circuit, call a circuit vehicle to pick them up from the E Street or 8th Street trolley station and take them to the Chula Vista Mall, or take them to the exercise facility for seniors, the outdoor exercise pad at the Norman Park Senior Center. We're really hoping this brings more seniors into Chula Vista. So very special thank you to Circuit, to the City of Chula Vista employee team, Community Congregational Development Corp for their grant funding, the Clean Mobility Options Grant. Standing Caesar Healthcare is also a partner, and I had a lot of help with this with a woman named Lori Orange, who just recently moved from Chula Vista, but she really had confidence and faith in this program and made this happen all the way. So I've got a 10 o'clock call, but I'd love to take questions. There is a KOS, I did a news segment on this last night that you might be able to access from your computer, and I was going to try to show it to you, but I ran out of time. So let me. Am I still there?
Yes, you're still sharing your screen, and okay. We can see ourselves twice, which is always a bad thing. We do have one question, Ms. Tony Marquez, that's patiently been waiting with their hand raised. Do you have time for at least one question, council member?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Tony Marquez?
Yes, thank you. You did answer my question throughout the meeting. Okay, so thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. You're all wonderful, and thank you for the hard work you do. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And as, let's see, so now we have the opportunity to share about the Pronto cards. It's a really unique one. It's first of its kind. We are through SANDAG, which is the San Diego Association of Governments. There is a partnership with MTSS that all kids 18 or kids, youth 18 and under will be able to ride for free starting May 1st. This is great time for those summer jobs and going to summer school or college. I can't say pronto. I always want to say pronto cards. So they can, it's very easy to access. I'm going to drop in our chat the website where a youth can actually obtain the app and log in, create their account, and get their pronto cards using that. Their app, so they can use the app on their phone. Also, I'd like to encourage you, if you have anybody within Chula Vista, we at the Family Resource Centers do have some of the actual physical cards, and we'll be obtaining some physical cards for youth as well pretty soon, so that we'll be able to hand those out as well. So if a youth happens to not have a cell phone, we can access and hand them a physical card as well. Such a great opportunity again for our youth to get around our community across the county. Not only will they be able to utilize as we think, just bus and trolley, they can actually use the coaster and the sprinter as well. So not just the trolley and the bus lines, it goes beyond that as well. So thank you for highlighting that. Let's go back to our slides. So we have a couple of announcements. And again, we went QR code crazy today. I just think they're so easy for people. Instead of typing things down and writing them down, you can keep notes by just taking a picture of that or opening a page. So we'll have David go through these announcements. And as he does that, please feel free to take note of the QR code so you can access this page.
Thank you, Omar. And I just wanted to go on that theme of transportation and access, something we've been talking quite a bit about. Apart from mobility and making sure people have a way to getting places, right? We do want to just promote a little bit more these two programs. Well, one is a program, another is a conference. But as many of you know, actually, I'll start with the conference. Many of you know that we've been spearheading the Adelantes Promotores Conference. This is a national conference for promotores, right? Community health workers. And they come from all over the United States and Mexico, so internationally. And they come together to share best practices, research studies. They have workshops, seminars. There is a small cost to it. It does give you food. I'm wondering if there's anybody from the coalition here today besides us. If you do, you could always chime in. But the event is in May, Friday, May 20th. And I think it's going to be really, really important. We have some local presence there. We usually get some national speakers like university professors, but we do have a very strong program. We invite everybody to go ahead and look at it, and we really hope that you can join us at the conference. I know I saw Azucena earlier here today, but as many of you know, she used to be the person in charge of a part of the conference. But just so everybody's aware, it is still happening. It's going to be in person, and we hope to really invite you and have you there. The other one is this new program that we're actually going to have come and do a presentation in June. It is the UCSD MIHA, or Mothers Inspiring Healthy Actions. It is a study for mothers and their adult daughters interested in achieving a healthier weight. It is a 24-week program. There is a lot of support for it. And we are going to get actually the person doing the research study come and present a little bit more about the program, its intention, and what we hope to learn from it. So thank you, Omar, for highlighting these two things here, as well as the Pronto cards. Again, we really want to advocate for access and healthier choices, and we hope that we can continue to do this service. There's one last shout out I do want to give out. I see Arturo Hoyos Olvera, our former office manager, here today. He is now with the city of Chula Vista. Arturo, do you have any updates from the city in your department at all? Sorry to put you there.
Hi. No worries. Hi, good morning, everyone. Yes, I used to work with David, who now seems like he's running the show super smoothly. So yeah, I work here at the housing division for the city of Chula Vista. I'm currently working a lot with the homeless division. So if you have any questions regarding homeless individuals that are within the city of Chula Vista's jurisdiction, you can definitely send them my way. I will put my contact information at the bottom. Also working with the tenant-based rental assistance program. And again, I'll put all that information so I don't take too much time. But I'm glad to be here again, and I look forward to working with you guys throughout this year. So thanks again.
Thanks, Arturo. Thanks for actually starting off our forum here. So we usually have a segment in each of our partners meeting where we do allocate some time for our partners to share updates and programs and events. And Omar, I want to hand it off to you before we start this off. Is there any other announcements or things you would want to highlight before handing off the floor to our partners?
No, I think it's, I don't want to get in between us and some of the announcements. I see hands coming up already. So let's get to those announcements. I think we have Matthew. Matthew has his hand up. So Matthew, please feel free.
Oh, was it? Sorry, I just had a question about the Pronto cards. Do they work for the Chula Vista transit system? Because ours is different than San Diego, correct?
So on the Pronto cards, so all public transportation is through MTS, right? So that's the Metropolitan Transit System, which includes bus lines, trolleys, as well as the North Coaster, actually. So a Pronto card, you are able to use it at any type of public transportation. That includes all public buses and trolleys. So yes, here in Chula Vista, we do have MTS, and they're able to use that public transportation system with the Pronto card.
Thank you, David.
All right, I think we had Matthew with Sam. Go ahead, Matthew.
Yes, good morning, everyone. It is April, which means it's Fair Housing Month. So we want to get as much information out about fair housing as possible. One of the ways that we're doing that is actually having our second annual symposium on April 28th from 9 to 12 p.m. It will be virtual. So we hope to see you there. I'm going to put into the chat that information. It's through our link tree. So there you can get access to our website, to register for the symposium, to find out more about fair housing, really whatever you want to find out through that link tree, please take a look. And of course, you can always reach out to me with any questions, but welcome to Fair Housing Month.
All right, thank you so much, Matthew, for that. Next, we have Audrey Deirdre.
Hi, everybody. Audrey with Sweetwater Union High School District Adult Education. We have a very important parent symposium coming up May 7th on a Saturday from 8 to 12. We have some workshops, we have a keynote speaker, and we want to invite any parents within our community to come and be a part. You do need to register. I will put both links, Spanish and English flyers, and the links can be found on the flyers. So please share out with any parents or clients that are parents, and come and join us.
Thank you, Audrey, so much for that announcement. Good to hear from you, as always. Next, we have Lisette Cervantes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Liz. This is my first time at this meeting. I am here representing Community Law Project. And we are a nonprofit out of Cal Western School of Law, and we basically provide 2 services to community members. One of those services is free legal clinics that are open to the public. All you have to do is walk into one of our clinics, and we provide information and brief advice on all areas of the law. The other service that we provide is free presentations for community members on specific legal topics. And those presentations are done by either our law students that are part of our law school and part of our program, or many of our volunteer attorneys. Omar and I have chatted about a legal clinic for the summer. And, you know, when you guys invite me again, I'm happy to talk more in depth about that. But I just wanted to introduce myself. And if you guys have any questions for me, my info is in the chat.
Lisette, thank you so much, and welcome to the first meeting. And yes, we have been looking forward to organizing an event that's going to take place at one of our FRCs with Liz's great team to come in and do a presentation on legal aid and such. So thank you so much, Lisette, for joining us today. We hope to see you every month.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Ms. Maria Miramontes.
Thank you. Just wanted to remind everyone, I did send the flyer about our COVID testing site this Thursday from 9 to 3 at Vista Square Elementary School parking lot. So hope to see someone there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your partnership. Really appreciate it. Again, they set up in between the Beacon Center. So if you have anybody that might have some symptoms, please send them out. In addition to the clinic that they send out as well.
And it is open. I'm sorry, it is open to the communities, not just for the schools or students. It's for everyone. Thank you. Sorry.
Perfect. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. Bring the entire family if you have the sniffles. We have next Nancy Saavedra.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So I'm going to wear 2 hats. I am part of the Hunger Coalition, and so I just wanted to extend the invitation. I host a monthly training where we talk about the different food assistant resources. So we do a quick breakdown of what each program is, who is eligible, and how to connect to each of these programs. And so I wanted to send the invitation for our next training in case anyone is interested in learning about these resources. We go over CalFresh, WIC, PEBT, the senior meals available for free throughout the county, and I'm happy to follow up with anyone who's interested in learning more. I also wanted to share, I am fairly new to the Promotores Coalition, but thank you, David, so much for promoting it. If anyone is interested or needs assistance registering, the Eventbrite is not always the easiest, or if you're an organization that works with Promotores and wants to do like a group registration, you can definitely reach out to us. I will add the email and the phone number if you have any additional questions about the conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Really appreciate you being here today and following up with that announcement. I don't see any other hands. Please don't be shy if you want to share some information. I think that's all we have, David.
Oh, I think we got 2 more there.
Do we?
Definitely. So we have Miss Anna. Miss Anna, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask if my partner, Audrey Dearduff from Sweetwater Adulted. Audrey, I just jumped in this meeting. Did you share the event? So
I did.
don't repeat?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, both the English and Spanish flyers are in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
That's
and we
it.
see.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
so
to
much.
both of you. And we do see Miss Abigail.
Hi, friends. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly. Thank you. So now, actually, Abigail,
Is this better?
There you go. We can hear you again. Thank you.
Apologies. Yes, so my name's Abigail Avila. I'm a Resource Center Coordinator for Chicano Federation. So Chicano Federation of San Diego Counties is opening up a resource center. So I'm taking down a lot of names and contacts, and thank you for the invite and the collaboration. I'll definitely be reaching out to a lot of you. We service a lot of our local community here. We're off of University and 32nd, but we are outreaching to other high Latino population, but we don't just cater to Latinos. We are in partnership with a lot of the Logan communities. And I know that I have a scheduled meeting with some of y'all in the pressing future, but I just wanted to introduce myself, let you know that we are here. We're due to open at the end of the month, and then looking to either host workshops to educate our communities, whether it's virtual or in person. So thank you.
Thank you, Abigail, so much. And thank you for attending our meeting today. I understand you have a new CEO, former employee here in Chula Vista of SBCS. So congratulations.
Yes, we're very excited, very lucky to have her.
Yeah, Ms. Liz Ramirez, if you guys don't know her, she was very impactful here in Chula Vista when she was at SBCS. So congratulations for taking such a great person out there. And then I do see a couple more hands. I see Ms. Tony Marquez.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you guys can hear me. I'm a family support technician for Headstart, and we're taking applications, and we take applications all throughout the whole year. And this is for children under the age of 5, and this is for Headstart. We have different options, and I believe my supervisor, Patsy, sent our flyers to you, Mr. David. I don't know if you received it, but you did? Okay, good, great. So I know I'm gonna have a very short, limited time, but if you know anybody who has children, families that have children under the age of 5, they can call me at 619-614-5888, and they can call me and we can set up an appointment and I can give them more explanation about our program. We have different options for different ages. Okay, so basically that's it. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that. Let's see, and if Ms. Marquez, if you can, I don't know if you're ready to put your information in the chat. If you can just put it in the chat for people that are interested, that would be phenomenal.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Okay.
All right. And then we have Ms. Aida Aleman.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys for having us today. My information is in the chat, so please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you, David and Omar, for having me here today. And thank you, Michelle, too, for helping me. Thank you, everyone.
On the contrary, thank you guys and thank you for your partnerships and such a great presentation on a very much needed program. And so diverse. And Michelle, it's great to see you. I had the pleasure of working with Michelle before, and she always does a great job as well. We have Miss Erika Hernandez.
Hello, my name is Erika Hernandez, and I work for Family Health Centers of San Diego and in partnership with the County of San Diego to provide information to families ages 0 to 6 about lead awareness. Most of us pretty much assume that lead is a problem of the past, but we keep seeing that lead is being introduced into our homes through products that we consume, namely a lot of the chili powdered candies. We've seen a increase in lead in those candies. So we're really just trying to get out there to talk to families, particularly Headstarts, WIC centers. Those are our target audience because we also have a nutrition component to our education program. So it's a nice dovetail into that conversation. So I have posted my information on the chat. I have left my email. So if anybody would like to reach out for a free Zoom presentation to their families or caretakers or providers, I am more than happy to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us again. So we'll see. David, do you see any other? I don't see any other hands raised, and I've refreshed.
I think we're good for now.
All right. So as you see, thank you again for joining us this month. Our next meeting is on Tuesday, May 10th, Dia de las Madres. So I hope you guys are celebrating. So we're putting it out there right now. Maybe we'll have something special for you that attend that day. And then again on Tuesday, June 14th, what we'll do is, David, please, if you can just leave this open and on as everybody hangs up. We'll leave it on because there is a lot of great information in the chat. So we'll leave it up for about 10 minutes after we close our session. If you want to go through the chat and see all the great posts and information and take that down, we won't close this down right away. So that way you have that opportunity to look at all that great information as well. Again, we encourage you to follow us. We on our social media platforms as well. I have posted on our chat our Facebook, Instagram, and our Twitter accounts. If you ever want to keep up there or post any information there, we'd greatly appreciate it as well. So go ahead, you had some last announcements?
Yeah, just before closing, again, thank you all for being here. We do have two last meetings before we adjourn for our year. And as many of you know, next month, actually, we're gonna have this really fairly new organization called Community Power. Now, many of you know that there's ongoing inflation and energy solutions, so we want to get a little bit more information about this new initiative that we're hoping brings a little bit more equity and into the community. Along with Community Power, we are going to have Sweetwater adult education. As many of you know, we do work with families and we do advocate education. Not only do they provide general education, but also different support programs as well. And in June, we do have, this is going to be our last meeting for the year, but we do have that really great new program called UCSD MIHA. And we actually asked for, many of you work with mental health, right? Mental health and youth. So we are going to have the McAllister Youth Center do a presentation. Now, this one's going to be really important, similar to CAP, but with more programs, I would say. So this is going to be something that we really hope that helps expand that service and really get youth the help that they need. And lastly, many of you knew the Public Consulting Group. We are going to have them come and talk a little bit more about what they do, including their work opportunity program. So if you do have any questions or want to get a little bit more information about these upcoming presentations, you could always reach out to us. And we'd also like to say thank you again for being here with us. I know Omar has really great plans for next year. So again, our presentations do kind of fill up. So if you do have something you want to share with us, our calendar starts next August, right? So August to June. So if you want to get in ahead of time, you could always send an email to us so you can book it ahead of time, right? But thank you again for all of you for being here. And we hope to see you next time. Thanks, Omar. I'm going to hand it off to you for any closing remarks.
Yeah, thank you, David, for highlighting all the next upcoming presenters. Also highlight what we've decided is as people transition to in-person, was that we're going to start maneuvering our meetings so that we still continue to do a lot of our meetings virtually, and every quarter we're going to come back in person. So if our first meeting in August of the new fiscal year, we're going to actually kick it off with the in-person meeting. So if you're interested in presenting in August and you submit your request to do so, please be aware that it will be in person, and then we will go quarterly in person, and all the meetings in between we will do virtually, since it actually has been a great benefit for a lot of people. And then, as some have pointed out, the gas prices can get a little bit hectic right now. So Again, want to thank you all again for your partnership, your collaborative. We wouldn't be in the position to help others if it wasn't for each one of you joining us and being our partners. And just remember, continue to do good, because doing good is what you're good at. So thank you guys very much. We'll close it off with that. And David, if you could just leave it on and open again for the next few minutes so people can scroll through the chat. And that way, if they have any information they want to record down or links they want to click on, it's still there for them.
Yes, and just a reminder that the chat option does stay within your app. So after the meeting is over, you are able to go in there and search. Sometimes we do get people replying on there, so it's always our network, right? So if you do want to go into the chat, most likely you're here from us. But anything else, remember this meeting is recorded. It is on our YouTube channel. We are going to send out all the materials. And we will remain open for a couple of minutes.
Thank you all very much. Have a great rest of your day.
David?
Yes.
Do I need to send the presentation to you for next time, or should I just share it from my?
Yeah, you can share it from your screen. If you want us to send it out with the mailing list, that way people get a preview or get all the information. You can send it to me and I will include it.
Okay. Because we're always making changes, you know, as we drop courses and add courses. So I'm kind of wary about sending it out before we present, because right now we're redoing our master schedule for the new year. So maybe after I can just drop it in the chat, the link to the presentation or something.
Yep, you can do that as well, Ms. Audrey.
All right, thank you. Have a great day.
See ya.
Bye.